Well, we may think of Labor Day weekend as the last weekend of summer, but the holiday's real purpose is to highlight the workers who keep our communities and our country running. This morning, we want to shed light on the people on the front lines and the organizations working to protect them. And hello, everyone. I'm Jason Newton. Welcome to 11 TV Hill. The Labor Day holiday dates back to the late 19th century. In 1894, Congress passed a bill making the day a federal holiday. In recent years, Maryland's seen the impact of labor unions, nurses at Ascension St. Agnes, and residents at the University of Maryland Medical Center recently unionized. Then, just a little over a week ago, Baltimore's municipal workers reached a historic tentative agreement on their new contract, including in that contract is the city's DPW workers. And the Baltimore City Inspector General's office helped shine some light on the conditions facing those city DPW workers. And one person who's pushed for improved protections is Inspector General Isabel Cumming. Good to see you.
It's great to see you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Listen, before we get into all the DPW stuff, the position of Inspector General, we've seen it in the headlines so much recently.
Yeah.
Some folks don't even know what the job is. Explain to me what day-to-day is like for you.
Well, day-to-day is different every day today,
Sure.
but we basically work for the people,
Okay.
and we are about finding and ferreting out waste, fraud, and abuse.
Sure.
So we're all about trying to make good government,
Sure.
trying to, when people don't know where to turn, there are offices there, and it's an independent office. I don't work for the mayor, I work for the people.
Okay, and as it being independent, how do you learn of things? Do workers end up reaching out to you, or are these investigations that you do on your own?
No, they're not on my own.
Okay.
All of our investigations are a result of the public again,
Okay.
because these send us hotline tips. And to show how this office has grown, I've been here over 7 years, and when I started, we had 70 hotline complaints.
Yeah.
Now we're up to 1,000. When I
Wow.
first started, we were at $240,000 of identified waste, fraud, and abuse. This last year was 17 million.
What do you
So the
think that-
people,
Yeah.
people.
Well, I was going to say, well, what do you think that is for the calls to have gone up that much? Is it the comfort of people being able to reach out, or is it there are more issues to be told?
I honestly think it's because of the media, because you allow people to know what inspector generals do, and it once people know who to turn to, and we really try, like all new employee orientations, we talk to them, we give them cards, we run the hotline, we also run the ethics program. So in order to have good government, you need transparency, accountability, communication, and that's what our office tries to do. We try to shine a light on the truth.
Sure. You worked with some workers at DPW. They had a tragedy over there, but also they had some ongoing issues. Talk to me about how that investigation began and how you worked for workers there.
Yeah, that investigation again began because a DPW worker wrote to us. And he wrote to us and told us that they did not have water, they didn't have Gatorade, they weren't following, the standards. So what happened was, we originally wrote a letter to DPW and we said, this is a situation, please fix it. They wrote back to us and listed everything they had done.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I am a trust but verify type of person. We went out and what they told us had been fixed was not. And in fact, it was shocking. It was almost subhumane conditions. There was no water. It was 84 degrees at 5 o'clock in the morning. There was no Gatorade. We even found that in in Bowley's quarters, there was no toilet paper. The men had to ask for toilet paper.
Sure.
So the situation had deteriorated to such an extent that nobody knew what to do. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened over time. It happened over years. And this became a wake-up call, and we ended up doing not one but 2 emergency reports with pictures outlining what happened. And it was a wake-up call, but sadly, 3 weeks after that, Mr. Ron Silver died on the back of the trash truck as a result of heat exposure and everything.
Sure.
So, and then after that, we kept getting more and more complaints. In the end, we ended up interviewing over 130 workers.
Wow.
And we found out some things that just made no sense. For instance, 1/5 the workforce of the solid waste workers did not have health insurance. In fact, on the truck that Mr. Silver, when he died, we realized that both workers didn't have health insurance. How can that be?
Sure.
It turned out they weren't getting the instruction of how to sign up. They thought they had it,
Sure.
they didn't. So it was that type of, we were given incorrect information.
Sure.
It was peeling an onion.
But then it seems to me, at least from the reports, through all of this, change comes.
Change.
And you could see the difference from the reports. Yeah, am I?
No, you are
Okay.
correct. And a change came because the workers got a voice.
Okay.
They didn't know where to turn. The office gave them the ability, by interviewing so many of them, their concerns were finally heard for the first time. And the concerns we got were about, you know, the administration, about the union, about the lack of representation, about the conditions.
Okay.
All of those things that were then addressed in what we call the condition report, and that ended up being 44 pages.
Yeah.
And also they did the council, city council did a council hearing, and that allowed the DPW workers to speak, to tell their own truth.
Okay.
And that was shocking.
Only have seconds left. Tell
Okay.
me, if people want to reach out to you and they do have tips, how do they find that tip line?
Oh, you can just OIG at baltimorecity.gov,
Okay.
or we have a tip line. Just put in OIG Baltimore and it'll come right up.
Easy enough.
Yes.
Good
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.